Xavier Institute of Social Service was established in 1955 with the purpose of preparing men and women for others. With its mission to be a top management school and develop committed, down-to-earth, sensitive professionals who work with and for others, XISS aims at preparing professionals with a difference. This difference in them comes about by social inputs like the rural camp and the urban field work that they engage in the first year of their course in personal management. The course content and teaching methodology has been designed in such a way that students can be equipped with sufficient practical knowledge and requisite skills to be effective in their profession. Rural camp is one of the components of practical training. From the mission of the Institute, the objective and purpose of the rural camp has been derived. It is to provide the students a practical exposure to rural life and realize the dignity of labor. The camp is a part of the motivational training which helps to inculcate in them the values and attitudes to respect dignity and rights of others. The camp is held at a remote village of Chota Nagpur for 10 days, which brings about considerable transformation in them. Working and living together creates a tremendous team spirit, time management, punctuality, and experience of community living among the students. The rural camp provides them an altogether different orientation, the impact of which remains with them forever. The rural camp is organized and conducted under the leadership of the camp supervisors, but the students functionally manage the day-to-day affairs of the camp. The members of various committees like the kitchen committee, the water committee, the sanitation committee, the workout and prayer committee, and the cultural committee coordinate and execute the camp program. The camp is held in the second semester in the month of February. The camp supervisors make a conscious attempt to find a place in a remote village in Chota Nagpur to provide the students real rural exposure. At times, the location of the campsite is so remote that it is difficult to reach the place, and the students may have to walk a few kilometers before they reach the campsite. At the village, the campers put up at a parish or a school building. Separate accommodation is arranged for boys and girls, and it is ensured that the accommodation, as far as possible, provides the students a rural atmosphere. At the camp, the students are provided moderate food and amenities. The motto of the camp is all for one and one for all. A typical day at the camp begins at 5 a.m. with the rouser. The students have about an hour for their morning calls and to get ready for the workout session and prayer at 6 a.m. The workout at a convenient place is a must in order to tone up the body for a demanding and strenuous day ahead. The workout is conducted under the leadership of a student who himself is regular with physical exercises and can conduct them scientifically. It is advised to the students to condition their bodies prior to the camp to avoid sudden exposure to the workouts. After the warm-up, the students go for jogging covering a distance of about a kilometer or so to and fro. After the jogging, the cool down is a must, after which the students feel fresh and gear up for the rest of the day. At the camp, the students recite secular prayers from the famous work of Rabindranath Tagore, Gitanjali.
And strain us, work that would stretch our muscles, and engross out minds, work that will employ, all our parts of body, and intellect and heart. If our work appointed this day, be study and training for life, reveal unto us our responsibility for the future.
As the workout session gets over, the students have some time when they can play games or simply relax.
White balance man one.
Meanwhile, the girls have their first duty of the day. They must help the cooks in the kitchen to prepare the breakfast. Making puris is fun, at the same time an opportunity for them to chat and learn a few things about teamwork. As those who have the duty at the kitchen do their job, others have some time to ensure that the surroundings are clean and inviting. The sanitation committee of boys and girls will pick up their brooms and baskets to sweep the area around and settle the rooms where the students put up. The water committee makes sure that the kitchen has enough water reserve for the rest of the day. Filling water for the kitchen is a good exercise to practice and learn teamwork. This duty is given only to the boys, considering the strenuous demands of the job. The water committee also ensures that the kitchen has sufficient water at any given moment of the day. At 7 a.m., the students are served breakfast. A typical menu for the breakfast could be puri bhaji, halwa or poha, and a cup of tea. At the camp, due to definite limitations, the concept of bed tea does not prevail and the students are provided moderate food only. After the breakfast, it's time now for the students to move to the work site. Shramdan and survey are the two most important components of the camp. Before the students move to the work site, the work committee divides the implements in 4 groups, and the students work in teams allotted to them. Picking up their pickaxes, spades, and baskets, the students move to the work site. At 8 a.m. sharp, the Shramdan begins. At the village, with the prior and expressed consent of the villagers, the students might work on a road to dress it up or help the villagers in repairing their houses or making a playground for children of a school or a village. Whatever work is taken up, one consideration is supreme, that the benefit goes to the entire village or community and not to an individual. At the work site, the group leaders divide the day's workload amongst the work teams, and by the end of the Shramdan for the day, the teams must complete their quota of work to the satisfaction of the camp in charge and the camp supervisor. At the work site, the camp in charge and the camp supervisor is available for necessary guidance and support. The Shramdan session is a good opportunity for the students to learn and practice teamwork, interpersonal relationships, leadership, and tolerance and respect for each other. At times, the villagers get so motivated by seeing the students from the town work so laboriously and sincerely that on some occasions they come down in good numbers to join the Shramdan with the students. There is some division of work at the Shramdan, and while the boys would typically take up the job of digging and leveling, the girls will have the job of carrying mud and unloading it, say, on the road, where the boys will do the task of leveling and finishing. At the end of 9th day, the sight of the completed work gives immense satisfaction to everyone. At this camp, the villagers shared their views with us on the camp life of the students.
अच्छा नेता रे दंगड़ा दंगड़ी को हना रांची शहर बड़े लेखन शहर ते कोई जो इखने और इनको लेल की कोते हम चिल कम ठोर किरा
इनको तो आया lepel lekate inku do sartige bugin hora uduk ko abu आतुरे हिजू काते अबू टोलारे
देखकर और उनके काम को देखकर बोले कि हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा लगा और जब उनको देखकर हम लोग को लगा कि वह तो बहुत बुद्धिमान है और हम लोग तो उतना नहीं है, कहा कि हम लोग शुरू दिन तो थोड़ा आश्चर्य लगा और थोड़ा हम लोग उनसे दूर दूर होने लगे। जब उनका काम को देखने लगे तो हम लोग को लगा कि हम लोग के जैसा ही वे भी काम करते हैं।
Ando iku lel kaya to ini mah perang buruk ko ar maja ko to sinye kana chin ko to ne hasa ko e gaete ko hullem ko jindua ko go lekan horo ko to katan ko hasa ko ur lekan ko
माँ जी बताए कि जब उनको शुरू में देखे तो थोड़ा हमको बहुत लाज भी लगा और डर भी लग रहा था, इसलिए थोड़ा थोड़ा छिप रहे थे। लेकिन जब वो लोग गड़ुआ गैठा ढोए तो लगा कि वो लोग तो शायद ऐसा काम नहीं करते होंगे, लेकिन जब वो लोग काम करने लगे तो लगा कि वो लोग भी कुछ करके दिखाने आए हैं और वो लोग जब करते हैं तो हम लोग को और कर सकना चाहिए, ये कहती हैं।
At 11 a.m., the Shramdan gets over and the students depart with their implements back to the campsite. As they reach the campsite, they must deposit their implements with the members of the work committee. At the work site and back at the campsite, those who sustain injuries are taken good care by the members of the medical committee. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the students are free to relax for some time and have bath. As the camp is held at a remote Chotanagpur village, the students are expected to bathe in a pond, river or at a well which is not used for drinking water. At times, the students must walk considerable distance before they can find a pond where they can have a bath. Bathing with village folk at the pond is a joyful moment for many of them. Cool and not so clean water, however, soothes the tired body of the students. The girls are provided adequate water and bathing facilities at the camp but have to fill water on their own. As they come back from the pond or well after having a bath, the students can relax for a while before they report for lunch. At 1 p.m., the students are served lunch. The kitchen committee serves the lunch of a moderate menu comprising typically of dal, chawal, sabzi, papad and achar. Even this moderate food tastes like 5-star food as the tired body needs adequate nourishment and the students turn hungry hops. The students eat to their heart's content and give thanks to God. After the lunch, the students can rest between 2 to 3 p.m. It is advised that the students sleep for at least 45 minutes to allow their tired bodies to get some rest. If not to sleep as such, the students are advised to confine to their rooms and take rest. At 3 p.m., as the whistle blows, the students assemble Shantiniketan style under a tree for the reflection session. As the nomenclature suggests, this session is meant to reflect upon the experiences pertaining to the rural exposure. In the reflection session, the students reflect upon the life at the camp and share amongst themselves and the camp supervisors their experiences. During these sessions, the students are given briefing about how to fill up the interview schedule for the socio-economic survey and how to approach the villagers for interaction. During the session, the students submit the filled up interview schedules and collect blank ones for further survey. The reflection sessions are a good opportunity to share their problems and difficulties with camp supervisors.
Yesterday we were clicking their photographs. They said कि आप लोग हमारी फोटो क्यों खींच रहे हैं? हम लोग तो सुंदर नहीं हैं. आप लोग इतना सुंदर सुंदर रोज नया नया कपड़ा पहन के आते हैं. हम तो सुंदर नहीं.
They are not so tribal as we think in textbooks. It's not so. No.
With everybody, it is not like that. You may have gone to a house where you saw a radio or a television.
Some good manthan may take place at these sessions about the issues and problems of development. In these sessions, at times the camp supervisors invite village leaders or government officials from the block office to inform the students about the development programs run in the area. At 4 p.m., the students are served tea and snacks. The students quickly have their tea and get ready to leave the campsite for the survey at the village. After necessary briefing and last-minute instructions from the camp in charge, they leave for their respective villages at 4:30 p.m. sharp. At the village, the villagers greet them as they approach houses for conducting the socio-economic survey. The objective of the survey is to make the students learn the art and science of filling up the interview schedules and interact with the villagers to learn from them about the village life. The approach of such an interaction is not to be understood, but to understand. The students go as learners and not as teachers. As the students conduct the survey, the camp in charge and the camp supervisor may visit the village to guide and provide help should the students face any difficulty in conducting the survey or interacting with the villagers. The purpose of the visit of supervisors is not to police around, but to facilitate and guide the students. After the survey, the students report at the campsite at 7 p.m. sharp. But this time may be changed keeping in mind the law and order situation and the surroundings of the area. For instance, if the students on their way back to the campsite have to negotiate difficult terrain or pass through dense forest, they may have to report at the campsite by 6:30 p.m. After coming back to the campsite, the students can relax and complete the interview schedules and prepare and rehearse for the entertainment program which is held after the dinner. At 7:45 p.m., the students are served dinner. At 8:30 in the night, the students assemble at a convenient place for a short entertainment program to unwind and relax after a tiring day. At the entertainment program, it is an atmosphere of fun and enjoyment. Each night, new talent emerges as the students present songs, poems, jokes, and skits.
कदर भी ना इतरा के चलिए खुले आम आंचल लहरा के चलिए हुजूर इस कदर भी ना इतरा के चलिए ओ मेरे सपनों के सौदागर मुझे ऐसी जगह ले जा ओ मेरे सपनों के सौदागर मुझे ऐसी
प्रिंसिपल ने बुलाया, लंबा चौड़ा लेक्चर पिलाया। हमने कहा भूल हो गई। वो बोला ऐसा भी होता है भूल में, शर्म नहीं आती आंख चलाते हो स्कूल में। इससे पहले कि हकीकत बयान करते फिर चल गई।
The camp supervisors also participate in the entertainment program to share their talents with the students and to relax themselves.
मेरी तन्हाइयों तुम ही लगा लो मुझको सीने से मेरी तन्हाइयों तुम ही लगा लो मुझको सीने से कि मैं घबरा गया हूँ इस तरह रो के जीने से मेरी
The program is organized and conducted by the Entertainment Committee with the active support of everyone. At the end of the program, the supervisors go in for a brief sum-up and assessment of the day and issue instructions, if any, for the next day. At 15 minutes to 10 in the night, the program comes to an end, and within 15 minutes, it's all quiet at 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., the students must be in their bed, and no movement is there except for the night guards who are at duty from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning. Since the night-long vigil for the night guards is tiring, they are exempted from Shamadan next morning. And with this, a typical day at the camp comes to an end, bringing rest and peace after an otherwise very demanding and hectic day. Another morning and another day unfolds for the campers at a remote village in Chota Nagpur. The students at this camp shared their experiences about the camp living with us.
It is actually a really totally a different experience for me. Coming to a rural place, being in a camp in itself is a new experience for me.
I think other than I learnt about others, that was always there, part of my agenda. But I think I learnt a lot about myself. I thought I was not physically fit, but then I realized that I was more than fit. I didn't have any problem. The first 2 days were a little bit rusty, but then I got into the groove faster than I expected. And more than physical fitness, this was mental toughness. I think mental toughness, in a sense, you prepare yourself for the tasks ahead. You know what exactly to do. All you have to do is just go ahead and do it. And then there is no work called small work or bigger work. It's just the work, how you do it, and that's more important. And I think these things, and it's a humbling experience. It put things into perspective for us, people like us. I, being from Delhi, I've been born and brought up in Delhi, but I love villages. My mom is from a village. I am used to village life. It's much quieter. It gives a lot of time for myself to reflect upon a lot of things, and try to understand other classmates of different diverse background. And I think these are the things basically which I was looking forward to, and I think I learned much more than what I expected to learn.
The first thing that I learned over here coming as a management student is discipline. Secondly is time management. More than time management, what I learned was a respect for time. 6 means 6 and 7 means 7. And to lead my life in an organized manner. As a manager, if I'm supposed to perform various functions, I have to first plan out my own life. Only then can I plan out and organize other people or with whom I'm working. So as a student, I have enriched my knowledge, and it's got nothing to do only with management or something, but it's something that I have learned today which is going to be cherished all throughout my life, help me in my work life, and I have become a better human being.
Honestly, I was extremely apprehensive about the entire thing. I was very scared because the seniors had told us that things are not going to be very fine. You have to go to the jungles for every basic necessity, for bathing and all. But then coming over here made us realize that we can and we have the potential to face every situation. We can adapt to the circumstances and situation, and it was basically a lot of fun. We got to know each other very well, and we got this team spirit, which is very important for us as management students. So we learned a lot. We learned about life. We learned how to adjust with people and live happily.
An 8-day camp at a remote village for the first-year students of personal management culminates into a grand finale, the Campfire Day. This is a special day for everyone. A special campfire committee is functional on this day to organize and conduct the campfire. The camp supervisors give to the students proper briefing to distribute the task assignments. After the normal first half routine, the students depart to adjoining area to collect firewood for the bonfire and bring it to the campsite. The bonfire committee prepares the site for the event and set up the bonfire. To do this job, you sure require definite skills. In the evening, upon the arrival of the chief guest and the other guests, a special campfire dinner is held. After the dinner, the chief guest lights up the bonfire, and amidst the crackle of the burning wood and lights of the firecrackers, a short entertainment program is held for the assembled guests and the village folk. After the entertainment program, the students gather around the bonfire to sing and dance to the tune and beat of local tribal instruments like mandar and dhol. The students dance their heart out into the midnight, after which they go back to their rooms to pack up and get ready to leave the campsite for their journey back to the institute. Long after the camp is over and the students leave the institute after the convocation, one event they cherish always is the rural camp.